back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sonia, and I would love it if you could subscribe, and if you're not an existing subscriber, welcome back. So we're on, I think, the third update for my Pan Those eyeshadows. I am just so happy with the progress I'm making on these. So if you don't know what Pan Those eyeshadows is, it is a project where you try to hit pan in your eyeshadows, but you can also do usage goals. So if I get, like, for example, a darker colour that I might not usually use, I put a usage of 20 on it, but then if it's other stuff that I think I might be able to work with a lot more, I then leave it in until I hit pan. This project was created by Alexi. I will leave her channel below. I know she is doing it this year as well. So I think I'm just going to get straight into it. What I will do is I will leave my playlist below if you want to go over there and watch the other updates and my intro, which goes into a little bit more detail about the project. I have quite a lot of progress this month and I do have some pans. So let's get into it. So starting off, we have this. So this is the Revolution Pro New Neutrals palette, and in this palette I got the colour Majestic. What I will do as well is I'll put photos on the screen, either this side or this side, I don't know which side, which will show progress throughout the months from the intro to now. So I used this in the first update 5 times, then the next update 5 times, and now I've used this 10 times. So I have met my usage goal of 20 on this, so it means I can roll it out. To me, I found this quite patchy, but I did find a way of making it work towards the end, which is kind of frustrating because I found a really good way of how to make it work, and then I've met my usage goal on it. Yes, I can definitely see more of a dip in that, which hopefully you can see more in the pictures. I like this palette. I'm just hoping I don't get these colours because I'm nervous because they're pressed glitters. I've met my usage goal on this. That is one palette we can swap out and pick something else. The thing I'm so excited about is this palette. So this is the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette, and I got the colour Morning, and I've hit pan. I've hit pan. I didn't think I was going to see this day for a while, if I'm honest. Yeah, it's there. I'm surprised, if I'm honest. I didn't think I was going to get pan in this for a while because the pans are so deep. There's so much product in there, I think a lot more than you think. So I didn't know when it was going to be, but then I think it was only the past week I hit pan in it, and I was like, oh my god, I've done it. I've hit pan. I really like this palette. There's just a couple of shades in this palette for me that are a bit meh, but I do like this palette. I did use this eyeshadow 15 more times before I did hit pan. I did get quite a lot of use out of this, and because it is this type of colour, you can put it on and then you can put something else on top. So I'm really happy I've reached my goal on that, and that is another eyeshadow we can roll out, a new one to be rolled in. The next one I did roll in last month, and it was this Primark Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs palette. I've actually decluttered that because I just didn't like it, and I don't want to be panning anything that I don't like, so I've just actually ended up decluttering that. So we're just going to move on. So again, these last 3 ones I rolled in last month. So the next one we have is this one. This is the I Heart Revolution Dragon Hearts palette. I got this darker colour here, which, as you can see, does have pan. I didn't think it was going to take long to hit pan in this, if I'm honest, because I have used, not this specific palette, I also, worth noting, I did hit pan in that one as well, but that wasn't in this project. But I have used a different palette to this before, and I knew it wasn't going to take long to hit pan in it. We'll be rolling this one out, but I actually also think I'm going to declutter this one because just the colour story for me, there's too much that looks the same in this palette for me, and I don't even know whether anyone is going to want it because obviously it has pan in it. That's another one rolled out. So I will actually be rolling in 4 new eyeshadows this time, which is crazy. I will say with the Snow White palette, I did use it 2 times before I realised I was actually going to declutter it. And with the Dragon Heart palette, I used it 9 times before I hit pan. So I think that just goes to show how short of a time it takes to hit pan in these eyeshadows, which, to be fair, if you was using this like a pan that palette, I think you might be able to get this done in like half a year. And last but no means least, we have this one, and this is the Too Faced Gingerbread Spice palette. This is the one palette that will be staying in this project, and I got the colour Oh Snap, which is this colour here. So I did use this 12 times, I don't like this colour, but it's one that you can work with. I am actually wearing it today on my lid. It just takes a bit of building, so it does take a while to actually build up. I just feel like there's other shades in this palette that are just so beautiful and so much better than that one, but I don't hate it enough to want to not use it. I just hope I'll hit pan in that one soon. I think maybe in the maybe 2 more updates, if not 3, to hit pan, because Too Faced eyeshadows have quite deep pan. So I have actually hit pan in a Too Faced eyeshadow in this project. If you go back and watch my previous updates, you will see which one. But this one I think is going to take a little bit longer than that one. There is definitely progress there though, and I'm happy with the progress I'm making. It's just one of those shades that unless you really build it up, you're not going to see a lot. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to roll in 4 new eyeshadows, which is crazy. I can't believe we're going to be rolling in 4. So I'm going to get my phone, I'm going to open up the random number generator app, and I'll have my spreadsheet as well. Okay, I'm back. I'm just looking at my spreadsheet to know what number. So 728. If I go to the Pretty Random app, so 2 to 728. 2 because I have headings. And then I will just randomize. So 683, 665, 392, and last but no means least, 446. They're all quite high actually. I still don't know what they are. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and look at what those palettes and the eyeshadows are, and I will pull them out of my collection and to show you what we have. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I'm back and I have the 4 eyeshadows in the palettes. So the first one we chose was 683, and that is actually from a new palette, which is really reflective. So I'm sorry, but this is from the Iconic London palette. I only got this last month, so I haven't even had a chance to try this yet. And it is the Sunset to Sunrise eyeshadow palette, and I got the colour Ultraviolet, which is this colour here. So I think I'm actually going to put a usage goal of 20 on this. It's a little bit darker, I think, than what I would usually go for. So I'm actually going to put the usage goal of 20 on that. I'll take the photos before so we know what it looked like. But like I said, this is untouched. I've not used it. I love this. I think it's such a super pretty palette, but I'm happy with that first one. So the next palette I picked out was my Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. This was the palette that was actually my Pan Those eyeshadows at the beginning, and I got the colour Sweetie Pie. I'm nervous about this one. I really am. I don't really wear green because I have blue eyes. So again, I'm going to put a usage goal of 20 on this because it's just, I think, a colour that I wouldn't usually gravitate towards. I'm going to put the usage goal of 20 on it. It still takes a long time to use something 20 times, especially if it's not something that you usually like. I have used this before because I can tell I've used it. I'm going to be putting that a usage goal of 20 on that. But the next palette is this one, and this is the OPV Beauty palette. So this is a palette that I've had a while, but I've just I haven't used a lot. It's one of those palettes where I've been like, do I declutter it, do I not declutter it, and it's been back and forth for a while, but it's still in my collection, and I feel like this is the opportunity to see what I really think about it. So I actually got the colour Eco. These are pretty big pans, and this is the colour I got. This is definitely a colour I can use. I do gravitate towards more of these colours anyway, as you can see from my eyes today. But we are also getting into spring and summer, and this is quite a dark eyeshadow. No, you know what? I'm going to keep this in until I hit pan. I feel like I'm going to really know what I think about it when I hit pan. If I just put a usage goal of 20 on it, I feel like I'm not going to really make a decision on whether I want to keep it in. So I'm actually going to keep this one in until I hit pan. I have no idea how long it's going to be, and these are big pans, so I don't know, but I'm going to keep this one in anyway because it is a colour that I do gravitate towards quite a lot. And last but no means least, we have this one, and this is the W7 Dusk Till Dawn palette, and I got the colour Gobi, I think that's how you say it, and it is this colour here. So of course, this colour is going to be staying in until I hit pan. This is a perfect colour. This one will be staying in. I don't know how long this one's going to take to hit pan. I feel like it's very similar to the Revolution one. We shall see. We shall see, but I'm really happy with pulling that one in. So what I'm actually going to do is put a photo in of the colour story that I'm going to be working with going forward. I don't want to swatch them on here at the minute because I want to take photos before I do that. I'll put the photo here of what I'm working with, but I'm really happy with this. And again, I'm really happy with the progress that I've made in the last month. I'm surprising myself a lot with all of the projects that I'm doing. I think this is just something I'm going to be doing going forward. I have a lot of products, so project panning is perfect for me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe, and I would love to know below your thoughts and opinions. And the update for this will be around the same time next month, so if you do like this, please do subscribe. And until my next video, thank you for coming by. See you later.